There's a guy in my gym who brings Tupperware containers of plain tilapia and asparagus to the office every single day. He never touches the break room donuts. He tracks his macros from Monday morning to Friday afternoon with absolute, uncompromising perfection. On paper, he's an elite dieter. In reality, his body fat percentage hasn't dropped a single point in over 8 months. He's exhausted, he's constantly hungry, and he looks exactly the same as he did last year. This isn't a hypothetical scenario. Millions of people are torturing themselves 5 days a week, running a textbook caloric deficit, only to step on the scale Monday morning and realize they are heavier than they were the week before. They think their metabolism is broken. They assume they have terrible genetics. The truth is much simpler, and it reveals a massive flaw in how we are taught to approach fitness. What you are witnessing is the cheat day trap. People restrict endlessly, binge aggressively, save zero net calories, and wake up wondering why their physique never changes. The trap doesn't care how clean you eat on Tuesday. It only cares about your total biological ledger by Sunday night. My name is Nick, and I have spent years watching people hit their breaking point in the gym, doing everything society tells them is hardcore, and then completely sabotaging their physical future by mishandling their weekend habits. Most of the fitness advice you find online is either filled with confusing jargon or dangerous quick fixes designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of failure. Today, we're breaking down exactly how the cheat day illusion is keeping you soft, and I'm going to show you the boring, unsexy system that actually gets you lean. If you are ready to stop letting this engineered cycle keep you stagnant and start building the physique you actually deserve, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Let's get into it. You have been told your entire life that if you sacrifice all week, you earn a reward. The fitness industry loves the cheat day concept. Influencers post highly edited videos of themselves eating 10,000 calories of pizza and donuts, branding it as a metabolic boost or well-deserved reward for their relentless hustle. But here's what nobody tells you about those influencers. They're either on performance-enhancing drugs or they're doing hours of invisible cardio to offset that single meal. For the average person, the cheat day isn't a reward. It's a psychological prison. The cheat day operates on the exact same logic as the restrict and binge cycle. You categorize foods into good and bad, treating your weekday diet like a prison sentence. And when Saturday rolls around, you treat it like parole. You eat not because you are actually hungry, but because the clock says it is your one authorized window of freedom. This broken feedback loop separates the pain of restriction from the pleasure of eating, making a massive caloric surplus feel completely justified in the moment. It's exactly why it is so easy to keep doing. Let's be brutally honest about the math, because your body operates on a strict biological ledger. Your metabolism does not reset at midnight on Friday just because the work week is over. Let's say your maintenance calories are 2,500 a day. From Monday through Friday, you suffer. You eat 2,000 calories a day, creating a beautiful, mathematically perfect 500-calorie daily deficit. By Friday evening, you're 2,500 calories in the hole. You have successfully burned over half a pound of fat. You feel accomplished. You feel like you're winning. Then comes the cheat day. Saturday morning, you have a massive pancake breakfast because you earned it. Saturday afternoon, you have a few beers and a burger with friends. Saturday night, you order a large pizza and finish it off with a pint of ice cream. You just consumed 5,500 calories. That's a 3,000 caloric surplus in a single 24-hour period. Let's look at your weekly net total. You banked a 2,500 calorie deficit during the week, but you created a 3,000 calorie surplus on Saturday. You are now mathematically at a positive 500 calorie surplus for the entire week.
You spent 5 days miserable, hungry, and deprived, only to actively gain a fraction of a pound of fat by Sunday morning. The psychological damage of this math is devastating. You step on the scale on Monday, you see it is up 3 pounds because of water retention from the massive carbohydrate and sodium influx, and you feel entirely demoralized. You tell yourself that eating clean just doesn't work for your body. But you didn't fail because you ate clean. You failed because you let a 24-hour window completely bankrupt your weekly biological account. You are reacting instead of planning, surprised at the end of every month with your lack of progress, instead of being in control from the beginning. This trap thrives because we moralize food. We think eating dry chicken makes us a good person, and eating a cookie makes us bad. But your metabolism cannot read the moral value of your dinner. It only reads macronutrients and total energy. When you rely on a massive cheat day, you are falling for the fantasy self-illusion. You build a rigid, perfectly clean meal plan for a robotic fantasy version of yourself that never craves sugar, never attends social events, and never feels stressed. But that version of you doesn't exist. When the real you inevitably wants a slice of pizza, the rigid plan snaps. Because you have no system for handling cravings, you don't just have one slice, you eat the entire box, because the rules dictate that tomorrow you have to go back to the prison of plain chicken. The solution isn't more willpower, it's better architecture. The people who actually build impressive physiques and stay lean year-round don't have superhuman discipline, and they definitely don't torture themselves for 5 days just to binge on the 6th. They have systems that reduce the number of decisions required, and they integrate their desires into their daily math. You need to abandon the cheat day entirely and adopt a conscious, automated spending plan for your calories. The difference between staying skinny fat and building a lean physique is a collection of boring, unsexy, unglamorous habits that compound over time into massive physical results. Instead of banking all your discretionary calories for a Saturday blowout, you distribute them daily. If you want a piece of chocolate, you eat it on a Tuesday afternoon and you track it. You hit your protein target, you hit your total calorie target, and you allow 15 to 20% of your daily intake to be whatever you genuinely enjoy. This completely diffuses the psychological cook pressure. When you know you can have a burger on a Wednesday as long as it fits your numbers, the desperate, frantic urge to eat 6,000 calories on a Saturday night vanishes entirely. You eliminate the scarcity mindset. The structure provides freedom rather than constraint. This approach is admittedly unsexy. Nobody films viral TikToks about carefully fitting 300 calories of ice cream into a Tuesday macro budget. The content that goes viral involves massive dramatic challenges and extreme suffering. But the people who actually get results consistently practice these boring behaviors. They treat their daily caloric limit like a fixed budget that gets managed continuously, not that they ignore on weekends. Motivation is garbage. Motivation gets you to eat plain tilapia on a Monday. Systems are what keep you from destroying your progress on a Saturday night. Here's the part where I need to be brutally honest with you. Most people watching this won't actually do any of what I just described. They'll nod along, they will think the math makes perfect sense, and then, this Friday, they'll tell themselves they earned a reward and proceed to wipe out an entire week of hard work. They'll stay comfortable in patterns that feel normal, while those patterns quietly keep them soft, frustrated, and out of shape. But if you are one of the rare people who actually takes action, who stops moralizing food, kills the cheat day trap, and builds a boring, mathematical daily system, your entire physical future just changed. You are not just restricting, you are building architectural control over your body. The choice is entirely yours, and you are making it right now. Start building your unsexy system today, and I'll see you in the next video.